Hello everyone, we're the D&D Shiny Hunters and I'm your host Dusty Blue. It's finally Saturday, which means another session. Before we start, I want to give credit to the amazing artist and musician that helped us get going. First we have Oh Hecko, who did the PNG character art, Twitch panels, and soon-to-come character backstory art on Twitter. Sword Coast Soundcapes and DM DOKURO for allowing us to use their wonderful music to get the players and all of us more immersed in this world filled with shinies waiting to be plundered. Lastly, if you haven't already, follow us on social media to get exclusive updates on our schedule, backstories, character account takeovers, and updates on our upcoming podcasts, coming to all places where you can listen to podcasts. And thank you all for being so patient with us. We will have our recorded VODs on YouTube and podcast networks as soon as possible. And with all that said and done, I think it's time we jump into our game.
Oh, wait. I've got an announcement. Like our DM mentioned before, that we wanted to do some emotes once we become an affiliate. Oh, well, our very own artist, Oheko, has blessed us with just that. I hope you're as excited as I am to see this. And I've gotten word the emote is actually of me.
Well, I think we should go ahead and show them what our recent emote is. Don't you, Tazdar?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and pull that up on the screen for everybody to see. And that's that. Now, let's get into tonight's session. Everyone, from where we left off, you stood at the feet of a lifeless goblin. Not just any goblin, your male goblin Reginald. The goblin who's given you your mail for what feels like years already. However, you didn't know their name. As they sit in their cottage, just lifeless on their table, you see Cormanganon looking down. The Cormanganon, the Furbolg mage with these beautiful light blue eyes, just staring down at his old friend now lost. As you can see, he has what appears to be this dark crack on his forehead and on his chest that's oozing out shadow, just kind of going up into the air. As he says, "This could not have gone worse." Shiny Hunters, what would you like to do?
Taz is gonna kind of cover his face a little bit, and you can see tears welling up in his eyes.
Akta's going to look down at Reginald. And on her face is an expression that is quite uncommon for her to have. Her brows are furrowed and her eyes are slitted as she starts gnawing on her thumbnail and tapping her arm.
That means he's gonna be has his index finger on his chin, scratching it, and he looks very confused and puzzled on what the hell just went on.
I'm sorry.
What the fuck just happened, Mr. Cowman?
It's funny, as you all are returned back into your bodies, Temerity, you have a bunch of pie all over you. Akta, you have a bunch of pie all over you too, because you guys just passed out. You're all sticky messes. As he goes, "What just happened? Your guess is as good as mine. What did you see in there? What did you do? Somebody."
Taz is gonna wipe his tears away and say,
Oh, well, we were trying to just do what you asked, and Octus saw a big shiny, and
He looks at you, Akta, and says, "This shiny, what did it look like?"
Her eyes are going to nervously dart up to Ganon. It was orange, right?
Yeah, it was orange, and it had like this weird, almost like lava lamp shadow effect inside of it.
And she looks back down at the table. It was orange and look very not have word. She's gonna start scratching the back of her head.
It was
It's at
really
that time,
big.
as you start talking, you feel the entire cottage just start to shake as it moves back and forth, almost as if there's a tiny earthquake happening. You guys have to kind of grab something in the house. I need everybody here to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh Lord, it's too early for this, man.
I got a 5.
Ooh, 20.
16.
Temerity, you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as actually a piece of the house kind of like falls down on you. One of the supporting beams squishes Temerity down, and you are restrained.
Oh. Fuck, somebody fucking help me! Ah, fuck!
You see Corman kind of get up through the rubble as his eyes shine this bright blue, and he holds his hand in front of him as rubble starts to kind of like move away from you, Temerity, but he just can't lift it up. He's gotten you cleaned, but he can't lift you up. If you want to try to get out, make a strength check. Akta, you too. And at this point, you all hear again.
I got a 12.
A 12. Akta, you helping?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 7.
We'll say Corman helps out too. He's a squishy little mage. They got an 18 though. As the combined effort of all of you lift the supporting beam off of Temerity and throw it to the side, Temerity, you have this big bruise across your chest that's covered in pie and rubble and debris. Reginald's cottage is, from what you guys can see now as you get up, it is just fallen apart right through the middle, as if something just stomped inside of it.
Thanks, everyone. I mean, it can't be that serious, right? I mean, it wasn't anything serious, right?
Oh, don't move too much.
It can't have been that bad. I mean, it was just a jam. It couldn't be that serious.
Foreman gets up. We have to get out of here now before the entire plane collapses. And he grabs all of your hands, and then similarly to before, as Reginald brought you into this little pocket dimension, you guys move out of there, leaving. Do you guys leave behind Reginald?
I'm gonna try to drag him with me.
Make a dexterity saving throw, because Corman is just like, I gotta get these people out of here.
12.
12. Roll 1d100 for me. Roll a percentile dice. Let's see what happens.
Well, I
83.
83?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that does it. You grab Reginald by the hand, and you pull him up.
I'm gonna put him on my back.
Okay. He's a
Try
little
to-
heavier, so you'll be walking at half speed.
Okay.
Okay. As you all are brought back into what now looks like your home, having seen it before, you guys saw what looked like a vision of your home inside of Reginald's mind. This is your actual home. You can feel what would be sun hitting your face is just complete overcast, and any kind of lights of sun that can hit you, you feel that. But looking around, all of you can see the Mercenary Guild is all looking up in the sky. Every member of the Mercenary Guild is staring up at a small note of dark energy that has begun swirling around almost like a cyclone and making its way down. You see one member just has their hand up against their mouth as tears start to roll down their face, as Corman looks at you all and says, I need an accurate description. What did you all release? Did you hear anything? Did it say anything to you?
Yeah, she touched it, and then this black stuff came out of it, and it started to grab on her, and we heard a voice, and it was really deep.
Whoa, what'd it say?
Can I try to make an intelligence check or history check? To
Make
remember?
an intelligence check. Akta, you can too.
15.
Hold on. 12.
Akta and Taz, you both remember it said, you're the one that's going to release me. Unfortunate.
Well, it said we were fortunate for being the ones to release it.
Corman's brow furrows as his eyes go bright blue, and he just makes his way up there. As you see, he kind of floats off the ground and starts flying towards it.
Wait, we're...
He's gonna like try to I guess pull Reginald in a more comfortable position.
Okay. Make a perception check, all of you.
5. Not good.
3.
9.
Akta, you hear what sounds like a little bead fall out of Reginald.
Okay.
You look down to the floor and you can see there is the same gem that was inside of his mind is on the floor. It looks dull and empty, but it's about the size of, we'll say, your fist.
Okay. Okta's going to hesitantly pick it up.
Okay. You pick it up and nothing happens. It's actually cold to the touch. It's like picking up a large piece of ice or like a snowball.
She's gonna look up at the sky, then back down at her hands with the gem in it.
As you
And
look up into
she'll-
the sky, you watch as Corman's body crashes down in front of you as a lightning bolt strikes his chest and then lands down onto the floor as he kind of gets up.
Oh, Corman, are you okay?
He looks at you hazy and he just passes out.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on him to
Okay.
the second level.
How much does he get?
All right, let's roll. 12 points.
12 points back. Not bad. His eyes open as he says, "The thing that you released. I have an idea of what it is.
What is it?
Either a nightmare or it's an hard for words to describe, but the best I can put it is a nightmare. And the longer it stays in this plane, the stronger it'll be." He looks over at Akta. What would you like to do?
Can I make a check to see if I know what he's talking about whenever he says nightmare?
Sure.
All right. Nature or
Make an Arcana or Religion.
okay. I will do Arcana. Natural 20, 26.
When he says nightmare, you little prodigy kobold, he refers to it as a quite literal manifestation of this goblin's worst fears. He refers to it as everybody kind of puts their worst fears in one portion of their brain, usually closest to things that they really care about. So you had seen two paths inside of this goblin's mind, one being what he cares about the most and one he fears the most. You released this goblin's pure manifestation of terror. As you look up, you guys can actually see a face of Temerity just laughing, and then a face of Taz, and then a face of Akta.
I'm gonna
Okta is going to shove the gem in her pocket, and she's going to rush over to Taz and pick up Reginald, carry bridal style, and bring inside house.
Okay. You take him inside the house, and all of you, you do notice the Artisanal is known for its large spire, and the overseers who take over it, the overseers being either exemplary mages, clerics, there's even a sorcerer within them, reside in a tower called the Dyson Spire, in which holds a beautiful star-like mode of energy that's kind of always being siphoned for power. You can see there's always this like weird ring around it that's always twirling around. You see the rings have stopped, and a little, what looks like mode of light comes out of it and then strikes that point of shadow. And you can see as it strikes, portions of the shadow begin to bleed off of the floor and then kind of like rain down above the mercenary guild. It's almost like it's raining, kind of like when there's a fire and you can see the soot coming down. It's kind of like that. But you bring him inside.
Do we have a couch?
You do.
Okay. Okta will lay him down on the couch and rush to her room and pick up her wolf pelt and put it over him as she crosses his arms over his chest. She takes a moment to look at his tiny wrist again. She sighs to herself. And then she leaves. She leaves him there to rest.
Okay. You leave Reginald there to rest.
At this point, Temmie is just like pacing back and forth because he's completely lost at what's going on. There's a very serious expression on his face, very worried expression too. He also seems very sad because he hasn't seen his party in such distress before, and so as he's pacing, he's like panicking. Like you can hear his breathing. And he's just nervous, because of what's happening. What's happening? I don't. Taz, what's happening?
Oh, we've done very bad, Temmie. We haven't done good.
I mean, we've gotten a lot of shinies in the past. So why does one have to be any different from the others? I don't really understand what's going on.
It's not a good one. Well, we've got to do something. We made this happen.
We've got to do something. And Taz is gonna stand up and he's gonna. Can he like directly see the thing that is?
Yeah, all of you can
causing
see it. It is coming down like a cyclone. It looked, like a tornado just coming down. You can see the little tip slowly reaching the floor.
I'm gonna cast Acid Splash on it.
It's a little too far for that. It's like 120
Okay.
feet in the air. What's the range on Acid Splash?
It's 60 feet.
Yeah,
so,
it's a little too far.
All right.
But it's coming.
Oh, I'm nervous.
As Akta leaves the tent, she has a very grim expression, which is unlike her, as she pulls out her weapon of certain death, Great Axe, and stares up at the sky with her brows furrowed. How we hit it.
Corman looks at you and he sees you pull out your axe and he says, you watch as he pulls out a little pearl. He kind of like does a little circle on his forehead and all of you gain this little mote of white light that goes inside of your chest as he says, very hard. You all have basically luck. You can reroll any die.
Yes!
Okay.
Oh my god, I could give him little kiss right now.
With that spell, Okta is going to take her Great Axe and she's going to throw it at the cyclone.
It's very far. Corman says, which one of you can hit the hardest?
Oh, you mean physically?
Yeah, just in general.
I know
Akta's-
spells.
Okta's gonna step forward. Let me hit it.
He casts Fly on you and Temerity.
Okay.
So Temerity,
Tammy's gonna look extremely confused. Whoa, I'm not ready for this. I didn't say I was the strong one.
Okta is going to grab Temerity's arm.
actually, you know what? He casts it at. We'll go ahead and say he casts it at 6th level. He'll go ahead and cast it on Taz as well.
Okay.
Oh.
As he
Taz
says,
is gonna-
I've done as much as I can.
Oh
I
dear.
leave it to you all.
Okta's
But-
going to
but-
grab Temerity's arm, and she's going to walk in the sky towards the cyclone.
You're just gonna
Bringing
walk.
him
You're not gonna fly. You're
with
gonna
her.
walk up there.
Yeah, walk in the sky.
Amazing.
Tammy's gonna have his eyes widen when Akta grabs his arm, and he looks at her, and he's like, "Akta, I'm kind of scared."
You guys feel the earth rumble as he says this. You can see the Mercenaries Guild right on the coast of Artisna just kind of like move. It shifts back and forth as some of the walls of Artisna even begin to fall and crumble. As you share this moment in the sky together, as Temerity looks back at you, Akta, and tells you he's scared.
Okta's going to look back at him and put her hands on his shoulder. You not need to be scared. Because even though we are not very smart, we have big muscle.
Tammy's eyes are gonna start foaming up. He's gonna start tearing up. Someone's like, "We're very strong. We're very strong."
Okta's going to pull out her longbow.
Alright.
He does not need to use it, but she's going to put it in his hand so he feels more comfortable because he has strong weapon from Okta.
Okay.
He's gonna start quivering his lips, and he's gonna say, "Thank you."
Taz is gonna look down at Ganon before he goes off with Akta and Temmie and say,
Well, what about you?
Ganon's
Well, what
grabbing
do
his
you do?
chest. He says, "I'll make sure to evacuate the people here. Most people don't know what this is." And you kind of look, and you can see the people just kind of pointing up and looking at it. He's like, "I have to get everybody out of the Mercenary Guild now." And you see Organis come up.
Ye-
He's like, "What's going on around here?"
Oh, it's dangerous, Organis. But please help him.
You see as he's
Help-
holding his
help
back
Ganon.
as he starts holding Ganon, or he grabs Ganon by the hand and they start lifting people, or not lifting people, but directing people out.
Thank you.
he's gonna yell that, and then he's gonna start flying towards Akta and Temmie.
Okay. It doesn't take you all long. It takes you all about 30 seconds to get to this thing. You can see what appears to be a it's almost like when a plane flies into a cloud. You guys just go into this dark cloud, and as you go into it, you can see what appears to be memories of this goblin just kind of going all around you. You see him being held by his mother. You see his father giving him what looks to be a little dagger, and the mother getting mad at him for giving him a dagger. You see Reginald meeting you guys, and you guys not paying attention to him as he constantly talks to you, and then you see what looks to be vestiges of your face, your body, appear before you until you get to a small center inside of this dark cloud. And in the center, you can see a faint orange light that almost sounds like it's weeping.
Taz.
Okta's,
Oh, okay.
Okta's going to let go of Temerity and move a little closer to the sound.
Oh, be careful.
Okay, you move
She keeps
closer to the
going.
sound. Make a perception check, all of you.
Oh.
Seven.
Natural 20. 23.
Guys, you're rolling real well today.
Uh-huh.
You hear as this thing is kind of, it's almost like it's crying and talking to itself. It says, I didn't want any of this. That was a stupid thing. Stupid Reginald. I didn't want any of this.
Taz is going to cast message
Okay.
on this thing, and he's going to say,
Reginald, if you're in there, please come back to us. Well, this doesn't have to happen. We're sorry.
You see this little note of orange light, kind of like if light could turn and face you, that's what it does. It moves and kind of faces your direction, and you watch as it almost has this sort of recognition to it as it kind of goes back, and you hear it say, "Oh, stupid Reginald, what are you doing? Gotta leave these kids alone." And then, before it does, you watch this orange light begin to turn red, and you hear this guttural scream come from inside of it as what looks like veins start to pour out and kind of like lightning go throughout the dark storm. And I want everybody here. Actually, Taz, I'll give you a chance for this. Make a persuasion check.
Oh, okay. Wait, I get to reroll this if I roll bad, can't I?
You can.
I end up rerolling it!
Go ahead, reroll. You're using your luck.
Let's go!
That's like,
Let's go! Let's fucking go, dude!
oh my goodness.
Wow.
Let's go!
Third
Okay.
natural 20 in the first 25 minutes. Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh,
Natural 20,
What do you tell
22.
them as you can hear this like guttural scream come from inside?
Please come back to us. We miss you. I swear we'll remember your name.
You hear Reginald's voice, kind of like as like a cacophony of his voice spreads throughout the clouds. You hear it all around you. It's very unnerving, and it kind of hurts your head. All of you, I'll say, take 3 points of psychic damage as you are in this mind storm. As he says, "Huh. Well, y'all gonna remember me. Oh, I didn't think anybody would remember me. I guess that's a little nice." And the storm starts to calm down. You watch as the note from becoming red becomes orange, as it fades from orange to white, and it moves in front of you, Taz. And you feel this like very calm white light in front of you.
Taz is going to slowly reach out towards it.
Okay. You reach out towards it, and yeah, it feels warm and calming.
Well, we all care about you. That's why we tried to help you.
Make another persuasion check.
10.
10 is much better. Akta, you feel the gem they had picked up, it almost beckons. As it kind of like tugs out of your pocket.
Does it like come out, or
No, it's just like trying to.
Octa's going to open her pocket wider?
Okay. This little gem comes out and it's met before you, Taz. You can see as you're holding it, the little orange gem kind of goes into your hands.
Well, are you supposed to go back in here?
And there's no response.
Well, whatever you're supposed to do, we'll be there for you. In whatever you do, I guess. We're friends after all, aren't we?
As you say
Can-
this... Oh, Akta, go ahead.
Oh, can Octa hear this?
Oh yeah, you can hear everything that's going on.
Okay. You can continue.
As you hear this, it's like this hasn't changed anything yet. Akta, if you'd like to say something.
Okay. Octa is going to move a little forward, next to Taz. And as she approaches the light, it is a light.
Yes.
She
A little note of white light.
She moves Taz a little bit out of the way as she says, "No, we're not friends. Octa never treated you like friend, only toy. And Octa know why she have big head. Octa not your friend, but Octa would like to try and be your friend."
Taz kind of tears up hearing this.
I have to make a persuasion check with advantage.
I already got +4. I better roll well.
Double natural one.
18.
18.
Nice.
You guys feel the storm just kind of slowly calm down as that red lightning kind of stops and subsides. What was this swirling dark storm becomes gray, and a light drizzle goes down onto the city. You can see as rays of light start to kind of poke through and hit the Mercenaries Guild. As the note of light kind of goes to Temmie.
Oh fuck, my eyes! It's so bright. Why is it so bright?
It goes right in front of your face.
Oh, I can't see now. Oh my god. Oh. And then he's gonna close his eyes and try and make out his party, with his, try and see his party, and he tries to head towards them.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. You just kind of will it to happen as you move forward. The light follows you. It seems almost expectant of you to say something.
Why are you following me? I'm just trying to head to my party.
Yeah, the storm
Taz
starts
is
to
gonna-
grow as it becomes
Oh
darker.
no! Taz is gonna kick, like, Arcanaz is gonna hit the back of his kneecap and say,
Well, you want to be his friend too, don't you? I mean,
I mean, yeah. I mean, I was just, I don't really know the guy, but I like to know him. He seems pretty nice. And then he starts to head towards Reginald, and then he kneels down and he puts his as he kneels down near Reginald, he's gonna put his hand, since he's like next to Akta, he's gonna put his hand on Akta's back, and then he's gonna look at Reginald and be like, "Hello, buddy. One thing that really stuck out to me was that your hair was pretty nice. I don't really focus on a lot of things, but since I noticed your hair, that must mean something, right?"
Taz is gonna nod, like,
yeah.
With that,
Octa's gonna click her tongue.
make a persuasion check with advantage. Temerity.
you know, you gotta have advantage when talking about a man's hair.
25.
Oh! Let's
Dude,
go.
Whoa, you have pretty good persuasion.
Wait,
Dang.
+6. Wow.
Yeah, no, just hearing an apology from Temerity and hearing like a compliment too. The storm almost fades completely, and from what was the storm, you watch as it forms into what appears to be a spectral goblin, as the visage of Reginald kind of appears before you in this like shiny kind of like what looks like almost opaque orange light, as he says, y'all really messed up, you know that. I asked y'all for a hairbrush and he killed me. Y'all are the worst shiny hunters I ever seen.
Taz is gonna like put his fingers together and go,
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Like the emote.
Like the emote that we showed at the beginning.
Make sure you subscribe.
Go ahead, subscribe
when you
on
can.
everything. Yeah.
Follow our socials. Anyway, Reginald
More
says,
emails
follow our
coming
socials,
soon."
guys.
Taz is gonna.
What I mean to say is, well, are you gonna come back to us, or well?
Yeah, well, that's a little hard, you know. Once you're gone, you're kind of gone, and well, I'm
Well,
at
we have your
peace.
body.
I know you have my body, but I'm kind of at peace now, and I don't really feel, all that angry about anything anymore. I mean,
Oh,
any kind of like native emotion I had is kind of gone now, and it's nice, you know. If I had to choose any time to go, it'd be now.
Oh.
He's gonna kind of put both of his fists to his chest and go,
Oh, well, I'm happy that you're happy.
He says, but I got one question for y'alls. I don't really know what that is, and he shows you he kind of like points at the orange gem, Akta. So, you can do me a favor. Figure out why that was inside me.
Oh,
That
oh.
Shiny Hunters, I'm gonna give you your last bit of mail here before I leave. Figure out what that was.
leave?
He kind of like starts to fade away into this like what look like hundreds of particles of little orange light as he starts to fade into what is now a sunset in Artisanal as he says, yeah, before I leave. I only got a little bit of time left here.
Oh, well, thank you for, I guess everything that you've taught us, and
he's gonna like look down at the mail and go, and for our mail.
Oh, and by the way, Orman's got your mail. So don't worry about that.
But how we befriend if you leave?
It's only his like upper body now as he says, Akta, we're always friends. And then just poof, vanishes at that.
Taz starts to tear up a little bit, and then he like quickly wipes it away. I'm gonna look and turn to Akta.
Akta watches Reginald as he leaves, as he fades into the sunset. Akta reaches out and tries to grab the little bit of smoke as it dissipates.
You're left with that little shiny. That little gem that was inside of his dreams.
Where is it? In their hand, or?
Yeah, in your hand now. Feels just kind of floating along with him.
Okay. She opens up her palm and looks down at it.
It's, yeah, huge gem. Little in comparison, but huge for a gem.
And she's going to close her hand in a tight fist as she grips it. And she closes her eyes and feels the sunlight on her purple skin.
All right. You all are still flying above the Mercenaries Guild. You all look down now and you can see that the Mercenary Guild's kind of messed up. Like, there was a little tornado that happened as you guys were in there, and a lot of the tents, a lot of the surrounding tents to yours are actually gone or destroyed. Yours is like one of the only ones left.
Oh, somehow, I feel like we don't deserve our tent to still be up.
So we've landed.
No, you can choose to land.
Okay. Akta's going to fly down to her tent.
Okay.
And land. And as she enters, she looks back at where Reginald's body was.
It's still there. There's a pale green body with excellent hair.
Akta's going to pick him up from the couch. A little disappointed that maybe he didn't come back to life like she was hoping. And she's going to walk out of their tent.
Okay. You walk out of your tent and you have a crowd of members of the Mercenaries Guild who are all looking at you in either shock or disgust. You see Organis kind of like walks up with Corman as he's holding Corman by the shoulder as he's limping along, kind of like with pain in his back, as he says, "We need to discuss something."
Taz is going to fly down in front of Akta and face towards Corman and Organis and say,
Oh, we didn't mean for this to happen.
Corman steps forward as he says, I understand that, but look at all the damage that's been done.
Yes, sir.
Temmie's gonna fly down and next to Taz in front of Akta, and he's gonna say to Corman and Organis, "You know, we didn't mean for this, mate. It wasn't on purpose, obviously. So."
Corman kind of gets forward as he says, I understand this, but the chairman here of the Mercenaries Guild would at least appreciate for you all to help rebuild.
Yes, of course. We have money and stuff that we could give you. If you know.
Organa steps forward. Yeah, yes, I think money's a good place to start, but however, Corman, not today. Everybody here deserves a break, and, well, we have to discuss what happens with Reginald. As Corman kind of goes forward and takes him from you.
Taz is gonna look up to Corman and say,
Well, can we talk after everything?
He kind of looks down at you and goes, yes.
Taz is gonna give a small smile.
Organa says, I'm going to take Reginald to the resting grounds if you all don't mind.
Does Temmie see Temmie's in the center of the crowd too, right? So.
Yes, you are. A crowd has
Okay,
formed around the wall.
Can Temmie look around and see how the crowd looks?
Make
do they
an
look
insight check.
mad or? Okay, okay. So 17.
Not mad, just disappointed.
Okay.
You do see
Temmie is
Salem
gonna-
there, who's giving you a very disappointed look.
Tammy's gonna look around and then he's gonna blow air out of his nose. And he's gonna close his eyes. And he's gonna huff out air, and he's gonna take a deep breath in. He's gonna open his eyes and say, out loud, screaming to the crowd, he's like, "Okay, everybody." And then he starts to get a little bit nervous because he knows that all of this is because of his party, and he says, "Okay, so I understand there's a lot that's going on right now. It's a lot of broken things, but I just wanted to let you all know that we all feel really bad." And then he just starts to shake a little bit, and for our group, I'd just like to say sorry. And then he just starts exhaling really heavily, and he finally ends it off with, I hope that everybody is gonna be okay after all this broken things, and thank you for listening to me.
And kind of in the middle of the speech, people started walking around, away from you. They just kind of started picking up stuff. I'd say the only people left to hear the end of it were the Shiny Reclaimers. You can see the Water Genasi you had seen before. She kind of walks up to you, Temmie, as she says, no, don't worry, you all are... It's okay, this kind of stuff, it doesn't happen, but if it did, I mean, you all have handled it well. Yeah, just lay low for a little bit, Temerity. And she walks away from you.
Temmie shouts out to the Water Genasi and say, "We're gonna try our best for sure. We're gonna try our best."
She kind of gives you a very fake smile that you don't even need an insight check for. Goes back to Salem, and Salem kind of wraps her arm around her and wraps his arm around the Minotaur as they walk to their destroyed tent, which was right across from yours, and begin picking up stuff.
Akta's eyes are going to watch the crowd as they leave, and as Temerity's speech ends, or near the end of Temerity's speech, And right around the time the water genasi approaches, she is going to start muttering under her breath an infernal as she enters her own tent and retreats to her room.
Okay.
Has Organis already begun taking the body?
No, he asked you all, like, is it okay if I take him now, or do you need
Okay.
a moment?
Yeah, so Taz is gonna look up at Organis and say,
Oh, well, one sec.
I'm gonna try to go to where. So we left his mind, and we had like 2 parts of the brush, right?
You had one part, just the
I had one part.
just the top of the brush with the bristles on it.
Okay, I'm gonna go and try and find that.
Hey, you have it on you. Like in
Oh,
your
I have it
pouch.
on me. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take it out and hand it to Organis and say,
well, can you keep this with him?
Oh,
It meant a
yeah.
lot to him.
Oh, yeah. Yes, of course, Taz. I'll make sure he's buried with it.
Taz is gonna give a quick nod. And he's also gonna look up at Organis and say,
Oh, well, as for, like, getting stuff back together, what can we do? I mean, what can
Well-
I do?
As of right now, Taz, do not worry about it. We'll talk about it in the morning. I am the receptionist as well as the chairman's assistant. I can help out as much as I can with my own payment. Don't worry. Stuff happens. It's not your
Yeah.
fault.
I can create something over the night to help, maybe. I
Taz,
don't know.
Don't worry about it for the night.
Okay.
Get rest. It's okay. It's gonna be okay.
Taz is gonna hug Organis' leg.
Okay, you give Organis it's kind of like his shin. He's really tall. He's an orc. But you give him a hug. He takes Reginald's body to the Hata resting grounds.
I'm gonna turn to Corman and like grab his hand and kind of tug for him to come into our tent.
Okay. This very wounded corpsman with like a lightning strike on the chest walks into your home. His hair's kind of frizzy as he walks in. Fur too. And he says, "Are you sure that I'm allowed to come in today? There's kind of a lot of tension, and how about you all come to my residence later?"
Well, it's kind of urgent what he told us. I mean,
And Taz is
okay.
gonna look a little restless. And he's gonna start wandering around looking for Akta and say,
oh, give me a minute.
and I'm gonna look around for Akta.
Okay.
She's in
Okay.
her room.
Okay. He's gonna knock really quickly.
No response.
He's gonna try the door, see if it's locked.
It's locked.
I'm gonna whip out thieves' tools and pick
Oh,
the
no.
lock. I'm
And
gonna pick the
Corman looks at
fucking
you,
lock.
Temerity, and is just kind of like, "What else? Like, yeah, this might as well happen."
Okay. Ooh, what check should I do? Sleight of hand?
That is a sleight of hand check.
Okay. With advantage because
No,
thieves' tools or
no,
Okay.
you're already proficient with the thieves' tools, which means you had your proficiency
yeah.
modifier. So yeah.
10.
This is a tent, and you realize that. So you just kind of go underneath it.
Wait. Oh. Okay.
As you enter the room, you find Akta sitting in the center, surrounded by, all of her treasures that adorn the wall and the floor. And she's in this cleared out spot in the center as she sits on her butt and her back faces you.
Taz is gonna kind of look a little jittery and like looking around the room, and then he's gonna walk up to Octa and say,
Hey, Sorry if it's. I know you're going through something, but well, I kind of need the gem that he gave us, cause we need to help figure out stuff about it.
Akta's going to whip around at hearing your voice, or I guess maybe hearing your footsteps. And you can see that she's holding the gem in her hand. She clears her throat. No, that's fine. She's going to stand up really hurriedly and shove the gem in her pocket. Okta will do it, okay?
Oh, okay. Just follow me.
And then I'm gonna grab her hand and tug,
Okay.
walking hastily.
You grab Octa's hand and you walk out of her room.
So
Corman greets you all again.
about the gem, Corman. Well, you see,
And he's kind of like scratching his head trying to figure out the words, and he goes,
well, he told us that he didn't put that gem in there, and he doesn't even know what it is or why it was in him, and he told us that we had to figure it all out, and I'm trying to figure out what I can do to help all this go away, and
you can see like his eyes start tearing up again.
Taz, if, for a second, please, I need you all to calm down. I understand today's been stressful, and if he's given you something, another quest, I can do my best to help. But please, it's okay.
Okta's going to put a hand on top of Taz's head as his voice begins to shake. She's going to pull out the gem from her pocket and hold it open to Corman.
He kind of grabs this big gem, has it in his hand, which is, it looks small in his hand. He's huge. As he holds it, and he goes, well, it's cold to the touch. Strange. I've never seen anything like this. He kind of like pushes what is just a bunch of like, I would assume trash off of your table. Trash and like bones.
Morning's breakfast.
Yeah, morning's breakfast. He just throws it off as he begins to make this little like arcane sigil as he places his hand in the center, and you watch as it glows blue as he places the gem in the center and he begins to cast Identify. He says,
Ew. Taz just says that.
That's in character.
Yeah.
He says, usually when you were to cast, and he brings you over, Taz, you see usually when you cast an Identify spell, it gives you some sort of idea of whatever it is you're looking at. I can only get the School of Magic from this. I have no idea what this is.
Okta's going to bend down, since they're all bending down to Taz's height. She's going to bend down with them and whisper, Can Okta learn magic too?
As Corman's just talking to you, Taz, he's not even paying attention to Okta, as he says, I believe the School of Magic here is either, no, abjuration? And as he says abjuration, you guys watch as the gem begins to crack.
Oh, Taz is gonna like scramble and kind of like reach out to touch it, and then like pulls his hand away because he doesn't want to touch it. And he's like,
what's happening?
As it begins to break after Corman identifies it, you guys watch as it's almost a perfect kind of like slit in the middle, and then it begins to branch off into that kind of like natural breaking pattern as this weird orange light kind of emanates from the center and then shoots up into the sky. Corman is thrown back. You all are thrown back. I need you all to make a strength saving throw.
this isn't gonna be good.
Wow.
Natural 20.
Ooh,
Got a
one. Not
I
a
got a
natural one, but one.
I got a 9.
You got a 9?
So we got a
Mhm.
natural 20, a 9, and a 1.
Okay. As this happens, you all hear silence in the Mercenaries Guild again, as the gem itself begins to float into the air, and you hear, well, thank you for releasing me from my binds. And then a pulse of orange energy as your tent, the supporting frame, begins to fall down and just kind of lands on top of all of you. Taz, you got a natural 20 again?
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
Akta got a natural. I was like, Taz got a
yeah.
natural 20 again. You all take 16 points of bludgeoning damage as you are thrown back hard,
All of us?
Except for Akta?
except for Akta. Akta, you take half.
Oh wait, I'm
Okay.
kind of unconscious at this point.
Wait, how much damage?
16.
Oh, Lord.
I'm unconscious.
Yeah.
Oh.
As-
Oh no. I'm scared.
I mean, like I have no HP. But
Yeah.
do?
It's okay. Hold on.
So, as it raises up into the air, you hear that laugh and then see this kind of orange energy just shoot up into the air, and then it is gone in front of you. The smell of, I would say, pine trees is all that's left. You all hear a voice outside that says, "All right, what is it that you all did this time?" As Salem makes his way in, and kind of you see his little tabaxi face as he pulls the actually Corman's out too. As he pulls the tent up, and you can see he himself has taken damage as he's kind of like holding his arm because it was in a huge proximity. You see people around your tent have fallen down as well. As he says, "Oh well, you got a lot of explaining to do, shiny losers." And I think here we're gonna take a break.
I
Fuck
hate
this
dude.
kid,
He's
dude.
so coy,
Yeah,
but,
dude,
like,
fuck this
at
kid.
the same time, I love him.
He's a little fucker.
Hey, shiny losers.
Shiny losers.
Alright, I'll be right back.
All right, and we're back. So, as you all kind of like are underneath the tarp of the tent, you hear that voice say, "Well, you went in and messed up again, didn't you, shiny losers?" Akta, you feel you feel a hand on the top of the tarp just kind of like open it, and you can see Salem above you, this black and white fluffy cat. He kind of like he reaches his hand out to you.
Octa's going to be. She's going to be a little excited that the tent opened and she could see light, and then she sees she sees who awaits her, and her eyes narrow and she clicks her tongue. She hesitates to grab his arm.
Well, you could just grab it. You don't have to be a dick about it. I'm not gonna bite or anything.
Octa's gonna humph and grab his arm.
In case you hadn't noticed, there's more important issues at hand. I mean, you kind of just got your entire house falling on you. But you're still gonna be arguing with me. Oh, whatever, Akta. And he kind of walks past you as he lifts up the tent as he looks for the closest bump, which would be Taz.
Tess is gonna put his head up as soon as that he sees light and go,
Where's Big Bro? Tell me, we gotta find him.
Oh, hey, little guy. Oh, don't worry, we'll find your big bro.
Oh,
Let's see.
thank you.
Make an investigation check with advantage, because he's helping you.
Okay. 13.
13. Yeah, sure. You find Temerity. He somehow got underneath a coffee table. You can see just a little bit of blonde hair sticking out from the back, and what looked like his feet just kind of like dangling from underneath it.
Okay, Taz is going to run up to Temerity and put his hand on his chest and then cast Healing Word and just say,
Oh, wake up! The Catman's here.
Okay, as you do, Salem kind of like throws the coffee table off effortlessly. Temerity, you hear those words from Taz, and you guys hear like glass shatter as Temerity's eyes open, and you can see his bloodshot eyes as he starts to steam a little bit.
Tammy's gonna get up real quick and he'll be like, "What do you think you're doing here?"
he has 4 hit points. He has 4 hit points, by the way.
Oh, you know, your wizard's down over here, and he's like currently feeding Ganon a health potion. He's like, "Could we do this some other time? We've all had a pretty rough day, and if you still want to fight with me, then I guess we could do it right now, Mr. 4 hit points."
He breaks the fourth wall.
Can Tammy use rage?
Yeah, Temmie, you rage. As you rage, your hair kind of like, I would say, gets a little greasier. The tips of your horns get a little redder. You start to sweat profusely. Your fangs kind of pour out a little bit, and I'll say your eyes do get a little brighter. As he's like, "Oh, calm down. Is that really necessary? In front of the kid? Come on." He says, "Come on, sweetheart. You don't want to fight in front of the kid, do you?"
Tammy's gonna stomp his foot forward, stomp towards the Tabaxi, and he's gonna puff his chest out and put his chest onto the Tabaxi's chest, looking up at him, and he's gonna start breathing on him. He's gonna be like,
It's so fucking weird. Taz is gonna walk up behind Temerity and just like hit him on the back of the knee.
"I don't want to fight you."
Then he starts looking straight into his eyes, and he's gonna be like, "You know, me and my brothers used to kill saber-toothed tigers like you for sport."
You think I'm a saber-toothed tiger? Oh, that's cute. Do you have any more compliments for me, sweetheart?
Akta's gonna walk up, and she's gonna grab Temerity and try to pull him away from Catman. I forgot his name.
Salem.
From Salem. She's gonna pull him a little away from Salem. Now, Temerity, he's our friend right now because he helped us. No.
You hear Corman? Oh, I don't want that to happen another time today. Please.
Friend wouldn't hurt a friend like he hurt me. I went on the fucking coffee table, mate.
What? He looks at Salem. What's his problem? And Salem's like, "Oh, I wish I knew. I wish we all knew."
Now, since we're such good friends, Salem, Akta's gonna turn towards him. We should do as friends do back home. She's gonna go in for a kiss on the lips.
Make a dexterity save.
Please. No, I spelled it wrong. 19!
He also rolled the 19 plus 2.
No!
So
Oh, 19.
he ducks underneath you, and he kind of punches you in the chest as he says, "You're honestly not my type."
Oh no!
And he
Oh
take-
no!
Hold on, it's an unarmed strike.
Oh my
Oh.
god! Oh, you just got owned!
You take 5
Oh my
points.
goodness.
Good luck. Fuck!
No, you don't.
Dude.
You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm lightheaded from that.
Oh my god!
Taz-
Shocking to the
Taz
core.
is gonna cover his mouth and try to like hold in a laugh, and then he's gonna like, walk up to Salem and kind of like tug on his paw
Yeah,
and
he has
go
little paw beans.
and tug on his paw and say,
Thanks for helping us. Sorry about those two.
Tammy is gonna get even more infuriated. He's gonna start breathing even harder. He's gonna be like, "What the fuck did you say?" And then he walks up to Salem, and then what is Salem wearing?
Salem is wearing a kind of like light brown trench coat with a white button-up shirt that's opened. underneath it, and he has like these like kind of baggy khaki pants, no shoes on, tabaxi.
Can Temmie like grab him by the collars and like try and lift him up?
And he does have a little hat that has like the ear holes poking through. Sure. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Wow. Now, wow.
Oh, that's as many hit points, yeah.
Well, he's gonna make a strength check, and he's gonna try. What does Salem want to do?
A cat. You fucking stupid dex.
I think he's gonna try to trip you. Oh, you rolled a 5, so yeah. He trips you down to Temerity, and he says, "All right, I tried being nice. I came over, and well, you guys attacked me."
Oh, wait. There.
Tradition of Shachirvi lap.
And Taz is gonna like grab onto his ears and kind of like pull them down, looking a little sad.
She's gonna turn back to Salem, her hand over her chest. Look, I just tried to make a friend, like you say.
Yeah, well, that's not how I make friends, so please respect that.
Taz is gonna look up at Salem, and he's gonna give like his big old puppy dog eyes and say,
Oh, sorry again. I really mean it. Thank you for all your help.
and
He
then
gets down on one knee as he looks at you, and he says, "Oh, don't worry, you didn't do anything wrong, little guy."
Taz is gonna let go of his ears. Fuck you. Taz is gonna let go of his ears, and they're gonna like flop back up, and he's gonna go,
Yeah? Well, can we be friends then?
and he's gonna like put out his pinky.
Well, I thought we were friends before, but yeah, if we're starting now, and he holds his pinky out, and you give him a pinky promise.
He's gonna give a big smile. You see these sharp little cobalt teeth, and he's gonna give Salem a little hug.
Oh yeah, you give him a hug, and he gives you a hug back. As he says, well, I gotta go back to my tent. I saw that weird light that came out of yours. Is everything okay? I mean, I gave Corman a health potion, but...
Oh, well, Corman was doing something and it didn't go too well. I don't really know what happened, but I get a feeling something bad's gonna happen again.
Right,
And then he's gonna give a big sigh.
Right, well... the friends and I are gonna look for an inn to stay for the night, if you wanna either come with or...
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah, well, would I get to talk to them some more?
Oh, probably, if they want to talk.
And Taz's ears are gonna perk up, and his tail's gonna start wagging, and he's gonna go,
Okay. Well, I should probably go get some of our stuff from under the tent, though.
and he's gonna like start muttering to himself and like scratching his chin.
Okay.
Can't really understand what he's saying.
Salem just kind of like gives you a curious look, like, what? And then just walks away. I will say, he gives, make an insight check.
15.
You see, he kind of stares at Temerity on the floor for a little bit before he leaves. His like yellow eyes just look at Temerity, and he kind of laughs to himself and walks off.
Tammy's just kind of like face first into the ground right now. He's just lying down. Like he looks like it's like, you know what planking is, right? That's basically how his body is right now. He's like planking at this point.
Yeah, with a natural
like,
one, that's exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, he's just face first into the ground.
That is one buff cat. That's Tony the Tiger.
That's
level
an
shit.
epic cat. I like this cat. This is a cool cat.
I like him too, but at the same time, he bested me in combat and in slyness.
Well, he is a kitty after
He
all.
hit me with the stupid fucking.
You stupid fucking Bob. Oh!
Oh, his fucking Bob. How can he hit so hard with a sweet little
I'm gonna walk over to Corman and I'm gonna like cup his face and go,
Corman, Mr. Corman, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I only have 2 hit points, but, still kicking.
You break the fourth wall again.
I only have 2 hit points, but I'm here.
Taz is going to cast Cure Wounds on him.
Oh, you don't have
First
to do
level.
that, Taz, as he's like, and throws up next to you.
I'm gonna cast it still.
Maybe you do have to do that.
6.
Oh my gosh. That's a lot better, thank you.
I'm gonna
Alright.
try to grab his arm, help him stand up.
I'm much taller than you. Thank you. The sentiment is there.
Use my body as your hand rest.
Yeah.
He squishes you and you die. No. we lost Taz.
Akta's going to straighten herself and go and help him.
Okay, you go and help Gorman as he goes, well, now that your place is gone, I suggest you do as what the rest are doing and collect your things. I know an inn in the 6th cluster not too far from here. And Artisana is separated into 6 clusters, all respectively ranking basically like lower class being 6, higher class being 1. You went into the first cluster our last session where you were where you met Corman. He recommends you to the 6th cluster as he says, I know of a kind of shady place, but well, it's near the Guild of Worms, the starting guild around here. You all might be familiar with it. It's called the Main Squeeze.
Well, but we were gonna go stay with Mr. Salem.
Oh, I'd assume they're going there too. It's cheap.
Yeah. Well, okay then.
And Taz is gonna give a smile, then start waddling over to the fallen tent and try to rummage through everything, looking for a lot of his gadgets and things that were in his room.
Okay. As you pass by, I'll say the coffee table, make a Arcana check.
Oh, okay. 22.
You can see that the sigil for the Identify spell is still there. However, there is what looks like it's an extremely complex rune. It doesn't make any sense to you whatsoever. It looks like little bits of necromancy, abjuration, several schools of magic kind of brought into one, and it's so weird, but it's burnt into the table where the gem left.
Can I try to bring out my journal and do a very quick sketch of it?
Sure,
Like what it
and
looks like?
I'll say you can do it like a chalk rub over it, and you could just have it, because it's like scorched, you can kind of it's like dented into the wood, so you could just kind of rub on top of it and you get the rune.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So.
Okta. She's going to kick Temerity's body because it's still laying face first on the ground.
Yeah, there's a little bit of steam coming off of Temerity as the rage is ending.
Yeah, the rage is starting to end, and you can kind of he starts to go like.
What?
He's
What?
like, wait, he goes like.
Are you crying? What a loser. Taz says that.
Well, don't be a loser.
Now we really are the shiny losers.
I told y'all we're the shiny losers.
Salem comes back.
He just beats the shit out of Temerity.
No. No.
Hey, Temerity.
He's just gonna keep going like.
Okta's going to slowly let go of Ganon, help him steady himself.
Wait, I needed you. Oh,
You
okay.
know, she'll sit him down. She'll sit him down. Okay, anything. And so he doesn't topple over. She'll sit
You
him
know,
down. Okay?
I'm done with the day. Shiny Hunters contact me tomorrow. Coramin out, and he teleports away.
Coramin out. He does like a peace sign. Just fades away.
It's like that dude that like does the peace sign and fades like that meme.
Yeah.
Akta waves him as he dissipates. Bye. She's gonna walk over to Temerity, and bend down to where his face is laying in the dirt. Temerity, are you embarrassed?
No, I'm not.
Are you sure?
He gets up and then he turns around and then he looks at Akta with like teary puppy dog eyes, and he's gonna be like, he says really big things to you.
No, Temerity. Just gonna lend him a hand. It is not big deal.
but you're so smart. You're just so cool, and he's so mean to you for no reason.
Well, she's gonna scratch the back of her head. Okta is not very popular, so, but you should stop crying. It is not sightly.
What do you mean it's not sightly? And then he just has his face is filled with dirt and tears. It's just mud on his face. Like, what do you mean?
Now, she's gonna wipe down his face. It is not sightly because, it make Okta feel bad, okay? You are like baby Okta cannot nurse.
Okay, I guess. And then he gets up and like dusts himself off. And his face is super like, his eyes are like super red because he was crying the whole time.
Besides, if Okta really wanted to, she could make Kitty Man fall in love with her and then she betray him. It is good idea, no?
And Tammy like, yeah, I guess you're pretty good at making people fall in love with you. So, and then he kind of jolts back. He's like, yeah.
Akta, make an insight check with disadvantage.
Okay. Burn.
I love story blooms. She gets a natural 20 still.
Yeah, double natural 20s.
Oh wait, sorry. Did you say disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Yes.
Alright.
You need to roll high for this. No.
7.
Do you think yeah, you don't know.
Okta not really know what you mean. From Okta
Yeah.
experience, not really true, but sure. She's gonna walk into the tent.
Well, what's left of the tent?
It's yeah.
Well, yeah, she's gonna go looking for her things to
Okay.
pack up.
Everybody, about an hour and a half passes, and I'll say you're like one of the last people in the Mercenaries Guild, what is now destroyed. I'd say as you guys leave with your stuff on your back and just kind of heading to the main squeeze, the place Coramin recommended you to, you actually find Organis walking in as he comes back from the resting grounds. As he says, Shiny Hunters, I caught you right as you're leaving. I think I should get my things too.
Organic!
Oh, Akta.
She's gonna, yeah, she's gonna walk on over. And she's just gonna put a hand on Organis's back.
Oh.
Look, they got you this time.
I suppose he did. And he continues walking as he starts picking up the dilapidated Mercenaries Guild. And he starts rebuilding tents, all on his own.
Taz is gonna wander over, Taz is gonna run over, and he's going to tap on, I guess, the back of his shin,
Okay.
or Gannis's shin, and say,
Oh, can I help?
Yeah, no,
get his
Taz.
fingers together.
Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Stay for the. Go to your tavern for the night.
Taz is gonna rub his eye and go,
I'm not even tired. Oh.
He picks you up and carries you and hands you to Temerity.
he kind of puts his thumb in his mouth.
Tammy's gonna be like, Tammy's gonna be like, thanks, big guy. And then he bumps his shoulder onto Organis. He's like, thanks, man.
You shoulder check him.
And then he's like, he walks closer to Organis and like kind of like leans towards him and say, hey, I need to tell you something.
Yes.
And then he turns around and he's like, can you get that thing in my bag? And then he says he bends down a little bit so that he can reach into his bag.
Okay.
For Organis to lean into his bag.
Yeah, he leans into his bag. Or what is he looking for?
Tammy's gonna be like, can you please get that thing in my bag? And then he's referring to the doll that he had in his room.
Okay. I'd say, let me see if Organis gets it. Yeah. He reaches in and pulls out the little doll and he goes, no problem. Here you go.
No, please don't give it to me, please. Just take it. I don't want it around me. It's been following me for so long.
Okay, he throws it.
It's like
Temerity turns around, the doll's right in front of him again.
He throws it and says, all right, no problem. It's gone.
Tammy's eyes are gonna dart to be like, why'd you do that? It's gonna get mad.
I'll be sure to tell you if the doll gets mad. Right now,
Can
it's
you,
my
like-
problem.
Can you like send like guards to be outside my door later?
What did you have? Is it cursed?
I think so. I mean, it's been following me for,
Tell me,
for so
why did
long.
why did you give it to me?
I thought you could probably
You
deal with
ruin
it.
the Mercenaries Guild, and you give me a cursed doll. Out of the Mercenary
Like,
Guild. He just points
Okay,
out.
here's the thing, alright? So, I was in the woods and I started carving this thing. I had my knife and I started carving into the wood, and then for some reason it ended up being a doll.
He
And
casts
now it's just
invisibility.
following me.
You can't see Organis. He's invisible.
What the?
He's like, sounds like you're talking to me.
Tammy like looks around like super like looks around and looks for the doll and like super scared, and he's trying to look for Akta.
Am I in your arms still, Temerity?
Yes.
Taz is gonna kind of like curl up and grab his tail, suck his thumb and just grab his tail, hold on to it. He's just falling asleep.
Octa's right next to you.
Oh, okay. Temmie looks down, and he's like, I'm sorry, little guy. The doll hurts you. I'm so sorry.
Octa just looks unamused as she puts a hand on Temerity's shoulder. Temerity, I think it is best for you to go ahead. Okay?
All right. I'm kind of tired myself, and I need to put this little guy down. so-
Yes, you should run before Dolly find you, okay? You should run.
And then he runs away.
Okay, you storm out of the Mercenaries Guild at full sprint, carrying Tazdar. Akta, you are alone in the Mercenaries Guild when you feel something grab your shoulder and then hit you in the back as hard as it can as you take what's your armor class?
17.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you get hit in the middle of the back, just like you did to Organis all of these years. And he says, got you that time.
Organic, you're so funny. Oh, you hit really good. Oh my god, I thought I was gonna get kidnapped. What?
Akta gets kidnapped. Sad story.
Yeah, the side story arc. We have to find
The
Akta.
side quest, yeah. Party gets separated.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Okay.
Oheko's not going to be joining us next game. Instead, we have a guest.
Got kidnapped.
Akta's gonna turn around. And she's gonna jump on the invisible space that
Make a
just hit her in
perception
the
check
back.
with disadvantage. See if you can
All
find
right.
him.
Nat 20.
Nope.
2.
You do not see him. You jump up.
No.
There's nothing there. You just hear us like.
Ooh, this is a fun game among friends. Do you need help fixing house?
You get no response. I'd say you stay there for 10 minutes just talking to thin air.
Do you really not like when Okta hit your back?
There's
Okta
an-
think very funny, but
You're just
But
by
Reginald-
yourself.
Reggie not like when Okta mess with him, so maybe you not like it either. Do you not like it? Why don't you come back play with Okta, okay? Why you stay here? Maybe come with us to place.
Give it a rest already, bud.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Okay, Baloo, it was nice talking to you. Okta will see you tomorrow, okay? Hey, organic.
Okay. So you stay here for about 30 minutes. Just talking to thin air, looking around, kind of. You lift up like a piece of tarp, hoping Organis is under there. You just find like a bear that scuttles out.
A bear, okay.
Yeah, there's just a bear in there, and it's like, I'm a bear.
So, a
Yeah,
bear.
what's up? I'm a bear. And he leaves.
Oh, hello.
Okay, organic. Okta give up. A funny joke of hide and go find. That is what you like to play here, yes? You play that as baby or no?
The bear comes up to you, and it goes,
Hey.
Are you? Did organic turn into this bear?
It starts
Just gonna
walking
pet
out.
its head. Oh.
While you pet it, it's walking.
Oh, okay. Akta's gonna follow it. Okay, organic. So I have this really good idea. See, when I was young, my family
Start
would.
talking to the bear.
Yeah.
Okay, it starts wandering out of the gates.
She's following it.
Okay, you wander out into the woods.
Oh, so when I was little, my family tried to make money off of selling statue of wood. And see, Okta learned a thing or two, and she thinks that maybe she could make more sometime. Maybe not make many
You
money.
eventually find this little cave, and inside of that little cave, you hear, and these two little bear cubs come out.
Organic, you are father?
Organic, you are a mother!
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Okta, can Okta be mommy? Can Okta be mother?
The bear kind of like lays down, and the little bears kind of cuddle up against it and falls asleep.
You are tired. Okay. Okta will leave you to sleep. See you in morning at the guild, okay? I will see you later. Before she leaves, she's gonna pull out a pearl necklace from her backpack and put it over the boar's head.
The boar.
Or sorry, the bear.
We now have a boar here.
There's a boar somewhere.
Yeah, there's a boar somewhere.
Just
She
gonna
found a
put it on
boar
the
and was
bear's
like,
head. This is for all trouble obstacles today, okay?
okay. So somewhere in the woods, there's a bear with a pearl necklace.
She's gonna run off.
Okay, you run up, and one of the guards lazily lets you in as he's like, hey, be careful, there's some bears out there. You don't want to, like, get mauled or anything.
Oh, yes, Akta, know what you mean.
The guard looks at you like, there's bears out there, man.
Okay, yes, Okta get it, yes.
Octa, make
It's a
an
secret.
investigation check. Let's see if you can
between
find
me and
main
you.
squeeze.
Ooh, okay.
Because if right now you're wandering around aimlessly, talking to bears.
Oh, there we go. 13.
13. Yeah, no, you find the main squeeze. You see a flash of orange as Temmie ran around the city about 4 times with Taz in his arms. And you end up finding him. You guys are outside of a shop called Blair's Bellflowers. And right across from it, you can see the main squeeze.
Okta has good idea. She go to flower shop.
The flower shop is closed.
No! Foiled! She's gonna try the door.
Okay. You try the door, you walk in, and it has a somewhat of a mildewy smell in here. As you open it and you immediately kind of, you know when you walk in a place and you just get bad vibes?
Ooh.
It's kind of like that. But it's weird. All of a sudden music starts playing and these little lantern lights start to turn on for you guys, and it becomes sort of classy as all of a sudden a carpet is rolled out in front of you. Several of these random assorted plates are brought out onto the bar and all the tables, and this kind of, I would say, really tired looking, say drow, dark elf comes out. She's this long white hair, striking red eyes, kind of purple, light purple skin, and she says, "Ah, geez, another customer. I thought we were done for the night." I hate when this happens.
Okta's going to dance down the red carpet up to the front desk.
Hey. Oh, great, another one.
Lovely night, isn't it?
She pulls out a cigarette and just starts smoking inside.
Oh. Okay, well, Okta came for some flour.
This isn't... The flower shop's across the street.
Oh.
You're in the main squeeze.
Oh, my bad. Wrong place.
You know, I somehow had a feeling that you would think you were in the flower shop. I was like, no, she wouldn't think that. She wouldn't think that.
Yeah, it's totally just Akta.
Try the door. I'm at the flower shop.
Okay. Wow.
It's okay. Oh my god, it's okay. It's okay. Oh my gosh.
That's totally Akta. That's Akta. It's all Akta.
Oh, my bad. You have flour here
There's a vase over there.
though? Ooh, she's gonna run over to the base.
You run
and,
over to the vase, and there's a single rose in there.
She's gonna dunk out the flour, and water's gonna spill everywhere. Aha! I got it. Just gonna grab the rose.
Okay.
Yeah.
He goes, oh,
Okay.
nice.
Can I have room to stay for night?
Just get out of my face.
Yes.
5 silver pieces. Come on. I want to go back to bed.
Is there like a couch nearby or something? Like in
There's
the
a
lobby?
lot of tables.
Okay. Temmie's gonna be like sitting
chairs,
on a
yeah.
table. Alright, Temmie's gonna sit on a chair, and then he's just gonna be like asleep with Taz in his hands.
She says, are they with you?
Yes, they are.
Alright, well, great. Room's first one on the left.
What is your name?
Aviva.
Aviva?
Yes.
Arriba. Okay.
Okay.
So, so what do you like to do here?
I like to nap and get away from customers.
Okta likes to sleep too. We have so much in common.
Your room is upstairs, the first on the left. Thank you. As she walks
Would you
back.
like? No, don't go. No, Okta has one more question, okay?
She turns around and looks at you with like half-lidded eyes.
Okta puts the rose in her mouth. Would you
puts her
like to
hands-
come with me?
She puts her hand on her face.
Would you like to come with me? And she raises her eyebrows.
No. And just closes the door.
Oh no. I did not give her my silver pieces.
She gave you the key though.
Oh. Ooh, free. I don't have to lose shiny. Okay, Temerity.
He's
Come
just,
with
you're
Okta
just gonna,
upstairs.
you're gonna just hear snoring. He's gonna go like, he's gonna be like,
You're so noisy. If you slept outside like that, you'd probably get eaten by organics.
There's a random bear out in the Inaba forest. This random bear mother named Organis.
Alright. Okta's
So-
gonna... she's gonna try to carry Temmie carrying Taz.
Make a strength check.
17.
Oh my gosh.
no way.
Yeah, no, you have fireman style Temmie over one shoulder and Taz over the other. You're like, and just throw him into the room.
It is not a big deal for strong lady. She's gonna shut the door. She's feeling herself for some reason. I guess she had a great time with organic, learning a secret. Okta's gonna. How many beds are there?
There's one king size bed.
Oh. Okay. Okta's going to toss Temmie on the floor. And then lay Taz on the king size bed to the right, and tuck him in, and she kisses his little forehead.
Roll 1d20. Roll for comfort.
Roll for comfort.
Four. Taz, you kind of like fall over off the bed and you wake up.
I'm gonna just wake up and I'm gonna go, and then I'm gonna see Temmie on the floor and just like crawl over to him and then cuddle up next to him and go,
Good night, night, big boy, Timmy.
Big boy.
he tried to sing Big Bro. He said Big Boy.
Oh, big boy. Big boy coming.
Good night, bitch boy.
Big.
Too tired to say Big Bro.
Okay. Akta's going to sigh, and she's gonna pick up Taz and Temerity again and lay him on the king size bed. And out of her pack, she'll pull out her wolf pelt, and she'll just sleep on the floor. But
Okay.
before falling asleep, it's like she's at a sleepover she's really excited about, so she's gonna keep talking.
To who?
Hey Temmie, are you awake?
He's just gonna be like,
So you know how I told you about how I was going to break cat heart? Temerity? Okay, don't tell Taz, but I wanted to see if the flower would make it harder to resist, but I guess not. I'm not really sure how romance works. Do you know how it works? I do not know much of your life. You know, lady or man?
Oh my god.
Okay. Okta will stop talking.
Turns around.
Are you awake?
Can I? This is gonna be a little. Can I roll to see if I toot?
Sure. Make a con save.
Con save?
13.
13, you fail. You too.
Yeah.
Taz's nostrils are gonna flare and then he's gonna kick Temmie in his sleeve.
Ooh. Okta's glad she sits on floor. You know, maybe you not have experience with women. She's gonna turn to her side and finally fall asleep.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Oh my
This
god.
is so unnecessarily long.
You guys leave the Mercenaries Guild and go to the main squeeze. How about we find Organis's secret bear life?
Mother Organis.
Mama Organis. She's really pretty.
my
She has a
God,
pearl necklace.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
none
The
of
next
other
emote
bears
has to be a brown
my
bear with a
God.
pearl necklace.
At the end of our campaign, with the bears like just sitting there with the pearl necklace, and we just like an elderly bear, and Octa starts crying, and it's like,
Oh my
Organis, you.
Oh my god. Just at the very end, the secret is revealed and Organis is next to the bear like, what's this bear doing here? Why does it have a necklace? And she's like,
Anyways. So, while you all sleep, I'll say, Taz,
Oh.
you cannot help but remember those strange runes. It's in your head. It's funny, you wrote it down, but you just can't forget what it looked like. And it's almost like a mandala in your head. They shift and turn and constantly move, and you see your little hand reach out to try to grab it. What do you do?
I guess I grab it. I mean,
Okay. And then you can see a clear image of what it looks like. I sent you all a picture, and I'll post a picture to we're gonna like cut this of me explaining it to you, but the idea is I want to make that glow and have that on the screen so the audience can see it too.
Oh, that's really pretty. Okay. That is so fucking pretty. Oh my goodness. Did you make that?
Yeah.
Did you really? Oh my goodness.
oh my god, Photoshop master! Illustration? Illustrator?
Procreate.
That is so pretty.
Procreate master!
That is so pretty. That is really pretty.
But anyways,
That's my next guest.
Yeah.
Charles? Procreate?
Procreator.
anyway, we're cutting this out, but you can see it turns and moves and it reacts as you try to touch it. It's almost as if it's inviting, and you move your hand out to grab it, and as you do, you watch as almost like a snake were to slither around and coil around something. It moves around your arm, and you can feel it burn. Like I'd say the top right side of your shoulder as it burns into you. Instinctually, you grab what's next to you. Temmie, you feel something burn your back right in the center as you try your best to like scratch and itch the pain
Temmie?
away. Yeah. Temmie, you reach the
Oh.
closest thing next to you and you grab Akta. I'd say you grab her hand. Akta, you feel something grab your hand in your sleep and you feel this like burning, itching pain on the back of your hand as you all are just itching and scratching in your sleep. And then?
Do we have fleas?
I'd say, yeah, you probably, Akta probably thinks it's fleas, so she doesn't even wake up through it. Temmie too, maybe even Taz. But as you do, you all see that sigil in your head, although you've never seen it before. And the rest of the night is peaceful. Eventually morning comes as a little bit of sunshine kind of breaks the darkness in the room. And I'll say, Taz, you are the first to wake up.
He's gonna kind of scratch his head, and then he's gonna recall what his dream was, and he's gonna like pull up his sleeve and like unwrap his bandages and look at his arm.
Okay. You look at your arm and you see not this symbol, but, and it's the one that I sent earlier.
Mhm.
Those 4 little squares with the 4 circles on it, and the one in the middle,
Mhm.
kind of etched in on you.
What the fuck? Taz is gonna run his fingers over it.
It
Oh.
it feels almost like it has a bit of a sandy texture to it.
Taz is
It shines
Going
like a
to-
brilliant gold too. It's beautiful.
Taz is going to furrow his brow, and he is going to take out his journal and draw what is on his arm.
Okay. You draw it, and Temerity, you wake up, and as Temerity kind of like wakes up, sits up, you can see it on his back.
Temmie,
What's up, little guy? What's up?
I'm gonna grab his shoulder and like kind of peer around at his back, and I'm gonna go,
don't freak out.
Mm,
But
mhm.
you've got some on your back.
Oh, can you scratch it? It was pretty itchy, anyways. I can't reach it.
No, you've got this on your back.
and I'm gonna show him my journal and my arm.
Okay.
Oh, that's a little weird, but can you still scratch it? I'm still pretty itchy, mate.
Taz is gonna reluctantly scratch his back.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you.
Taz is Taz is going to. Can he try to identify this?
Like cast the identify spell?
No, like cast or not cast, but do like an Arcana check or something.
Sure. You can try.
Okay. 24.
You've read about arcane tattoos before. You know that usually they give you a stat buff, and usually they're good things, but you have to get the tattoo. They don't just appear.
Right, yeah. Taz is going to get out of bed, and he's going to get dressed and then waddle over to Akta and kind of.
She's passed out. She had a long night.
She's gonna search.
She's talking about bears in her sleep.
Taz is gonna search Akta's body for a sigil, I suppose.
Make an
She's gonna
investigation check.
scratch her butt with her hands.
Make a what now?
Investigation.
Okay.
So as Akta
21.
scratches her butt with her hands,
Yeah, actually, yeah. As she scratches her ass, you see a little gold tattoo on the back of her right hand.
Taz is gonna lightly grab her hand and compare it to the one on his arm.
they're identical.
Oh, it.
He's gonna look a little worried and go,
Uh, I hope this is from Corman or something, but I get the feeling it's not.
and then he's gonna like start muttering, and he's gonna. It's intelligible probably to anybody around him, but he's gonna just start muttering like,
Oh, well, what if we got cursed? I mean, if we were cursed, then maybe we have to get rid of it. I mean,
Tammy's gonna listen in and he's gonna be like, buddy, what are you so worried about?
and Taz is gonna look up and look really scared up at Temmie, and he's gonna grab his ears and go,
Oh, Timmy, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Tammy's gonna get out of bed and he's gonna go to Taz, like kneel down. He's gonna be, it's alright, buddy, and brings him for a hug. Like, it's alright, you don't need anything to worry about. Big Bird Tammy's here.
yeah, he's gonna sniffle and like rub his nose, and then he's gonna grab his bandages and wrap it around the sigil.
I'll say as Temmie starts crying, Akta, you wake up. I mean,
Temmie's
Temmie,
crying?
as Taz cries.
Damn, really
I didn't even question it. I was like, yep,
Yep, Temmie's crying.
I was like,
okay.
okay, I guess he's making me cry, guys.
Akta gives a big yawn. Morning already. As her eyes adjust, she's gonna see Taz coddled up in Temerity's arms. Oh, what? Why are you crying?
Oh, Octa. Oh.
and
She's
then
gonna get up and walk over.
Taz is gonna grab Octa's hand with the sigil on it, and he's gonna point at it and say,
We've all got one of these.
Oh, she holds it up to the ceiling or sky.
It's yeah, no ceiling. Yeah, it's shiny. It looks like
Oh,
if you've ever had like those expensive marker sets, the gold one, how it has that like little trail and a little bit of texture to it. Yeah, it's like that.
it's not so bad. It shines so nice.
Oh, but what if it's a curse? What if it's not good?
Very pretty curse.
Well, why, if it's a curse, then look at this. Look, I got a pretty cool tattoo on my back now.
Taz is gonna scramble over to his book and just start writing down everything that he saw in his dream.
Shiny. You have shiny back, Temerity. She's gonna
Would
start
you like-
poking at it.
Yeah, like, can you scratch back there? It's pretty itchy still.
She's gonna start scratching it.
All right, make a
Not
scratch
too
check.
hard. Not
Okay.
too hard.
Scratch check. I wouldn't.
A scratch check. Ah.
No. Just hit 4. It'll be a survival check.
Okay.
It was really hard and it kind of hurt Temerity. She's got long nails.
Oh, that's too hard.
It's still itchy.
No! Stop! Please! It hurts!
Oh, but I was scratch for you. You said so
No,
scratchy.
Octa, you kind of look at your hands and you got a little bit of blood in them. You know, like in your
Oh.
nails.
She starts sucking on her finger. You're kind of messy.
Fucking ew!
Ew, that's gross.
That's so nasty.
Really nice.
Did Tammy see that?
Yeah.
He's got his eyes wide open and he's gonna be silent. He's gonna be like,
Oh no. It's at that point you guys hear a knock on your door.
Mumbling to himself, getting ready to leave as quickly as possible.
Oh, hold on. When Temerity's eyes widened, my Wi-Fi messed up. What did you guys say after that?
Oh, Taz is scrambling to get all his stuff together. He doesn't hear the knock or anything.
Okay. So you who hears the
Oh
knock?
wait. Oh, okay. Akta hears it.
Okay.
Akta's gonna. Okay. Yes, coming. And she's gonna open the door. She's still sucking on another finger with Temerity's blood on it.
You see Aviva, the dark elf they had seen the night before, as she goes, yeah, so like you're supposed to get breakfast or whatever. Here, and she hands you like a little silver platter with 3 separate plates on it and like 3 cups of coffee.
Oh, okay. Thank you. She's gonna grab it.
She looks scared of you as you're sucking on your fingers with blood dripping down them. She's like, okay.
Have a good morning, okay?
I won't.
You sleep good?
I never sleep good. And she just closes the door.
Oh, okay. Bye. She's gonna. Is there a table in the room?
Yeah, there's a little table up against the wall. It has like 2 chairs.
Okay. She's gonna place down the food on the table. And take a seat. As she inspects the food. What do we got?
You've got sausage, eggs, what looks like I would say like a hunk of ham, and like a cup of gravy with a little bit of toast.
She's gonna grab a sausage. And she's gonna get up and walk over to Taz. Taz, stop for a moment. You need to eat breakfast.
Taz ignores her. He's just still scrambling to get all of his stuff in his bag, and he kind of like rips out the drawing that he has of the sigil, and he like folds it up in like a little scroll, and he just like sticks it in his pocket.
You draw it again.
And-
You've completed it.
Oh, okay.
Well, as you complete your sigil, a chill goes over the room, and everybody goes, uh-oh.
Hiya.
So, your sigil is complete. Taz, you watch as there is a faint orange glow to it as you've successfully recreated the symbol you've seen. You watch as it starts from the center, and then the geometry of it takes effect afterwards as the little orange light begins to spread throughout all of it. And then you guys watch as in front of Taz's face, there is just a almost blinding orange light that appears, and all of your vision goes black.
Oh. What happened? Try to eat breakfast.
What the
Cannot
fuck?
fight without breakfast.
Why is it so dark?
You guys see a faint white light again, familiar to what you'd seen before with Reginald.
Octa's gonna shove the sausage in her hand into her mouth.
Okay.
Taz is
So calmly.
Yeah.
rubbing his eyes.
Reggie?
Can oh dear. Can Taz see anything besides this white light?
As Akta, as you say
Hiya.
Reggie, you hear. Oh, you really wish it was.
Taz is
Because I've
gonna...
got a mission for you.
oh,
Shiny Hunters.
fuck.
Ooh.
And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Bruh.
Second
Who
part is
tattooed the baby?
So,
Damn.
He's too young to have tattoos. Who gave him permission?
Cats
Who
on
signed the
Twitter.
permission slip?
thank
That's
you
on
all
Twitter.
so much
Child
for
abuse.
thank you all so much for watching. We really appreciate you guys stopping by. Hopefully by next week we'll have our first video up on YouTube, our podcast network set up, and our emojis on Twitch. Hopefully we'll get affiliate. We might do a rerun on Twitch, so
Subscribe.
those who didn't kind of God, you you messed me up. To those for those who
Go.
didn't catch this stream, you can catch it next time. A schedule will come up later, but thank you all so much, and goodbye. Hope you all have a good night.
I did the emotes.
Oh, Heko did the emojis.